Hey, yeah. Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. This is me in the trick, guys. Oh, well, upon finishing the trick, about to go to varsity, do engineering at Vids, slaying this life business. Now, getting back to business, guys, I'm telling you, it was amazing. There's awards, there's scholarships, there's bursaries. Yay! Access everywhere. There's donations. Hey, there's money. Good opportunities. I'm just ready for life. I'm leaving the Free State, my small little town. Not even a town. I'm from a village in the Free State. I'm leaving this rural area. I'm about to go to the big city, take on life, reach for my dreams, reach for the stars. There's nothing standing in my way. I mean, I'm brilliant. Hey, I've never been the most stylish person at school or even around my neighborhood or the prettiest or, or the biggest social person or the socialite or the life of the party. But yay, I knew academics were my thing. So now, yay, the story, ne? So now we're heading to Wits, guys. We're heading to Wits. My sister and my brother-in-law are taking me to school, and hey, I have my whole life packed. Everything is sorted. Nothing is outstanding. Race, meals, like kishapu. I'm alright. I'm ready. Hi, sharp. We get to varsity. First day, obviously, you meet people. Okay, you're not scaling each other yet because you just met, but yeah. You meet people at race. It's fun. There's games. There's singing. You get to know places. There's different activities throughout all week. And you're like, hey, I could do this varsity vibe, Seems like my thing. I'ma survive. I'ma thrive. So, anywho, things go by. First week's over. Then we get to the academic stuff. My forte. We get to the academic stuff. Class begins. First things first. My classes are all over the show. So for one, first year was rough. Coming from high school, I'm overweight. Now you're running back and forth to class. It was just exhausting. So my favorite place to hang out was the Matrix because it was just chilled, and that's where all the other students who are not doing engineering are, and you sit there and for once you get to chill and not hear about how the physics tutorial is due next week. So I'd enjoy my time there. Honestly speaking, I spent too much time sitting there. So I'd be going there all the time and chilling, because I needed a break. School started to get exhausting. And let me tell you something, letting you in on a secret. The more I chilled and drowned in my worry and gloom, the more I needed a break. So it's the same as, that meme where the person's just like, you study for 45 minutes and then you take a 2-hour break. It was exactly like that. So I go to class and then spend like 3 to 4 hours chilling and worrying about how difficult the material is, how I'm going to get through all of this, when am I going to do it. So it's 2 hours of effective work and the rest of the day is just wallowing, non-effective, non-value adding. So the process continued. And the more I did this, the worse it became. Because imagine if you're continually spending time worrying about how badly things are going, you're spending less time studying, you're obviously falling behind. And unlike in high school where a person could get an 80 without even trying or a 90 without even trying, I hardly studied for my final exams. It was just like, paging through, okay, yeah, oh, I remember this is how this is done, and you're sorted. But that doesn't really fly. At university, you need to understand the work. You need to be able to derive things from first principles and be able to apply them and be able to apply the same principle across different kinds of situations. So it sounds like, oh man, it's the same stuff we do in high school, but it's very different. I digress. Anywho, there was a lot of time that was spent wallowing instead of actually realizing that, okay, here's a problem. Now let's address it. I sat there and thought about the problem. Yo, guys, time was child. Time was wasted. By the time I woke up, yo, it was so late. It was so late, guys. But like, it's the cycle that each one of us goes through, or at least the majority of us. You get into an environment, you're just thrown into the deep end. And for some people, or the few who are like me, you got into university without a lot of effort. So you could say to some extent your brilliance kind of ruined you because you learned no work ethic. If you've never had to struggle for anything, or you've never had to work for anything, and all of a sudden you have to study to get an 80, or you have to study really hard to even get a 50, like, it's a huge transition that a lot of students struggle with. So coping becomes a problem also. So one, hey, a lot of people left. After first test period, people left. After June exams, people left. After first year in total, people left because it's very hard to now have to cope and adjust to the environment. Secondly, you need to change your lifestyle. Thirdly, you need to, out of the blue, just get a sense of, oh, now I need to develop a work ethic. If you've never had to work for anything and you suddenly now have to work, you first need to learn how to work. So I then had to learn how to study. And guys, that took a while. It really took a while. So essentially what I wanted everyone to get from this video, apart from the huge failures that I had in my first year, was that the downfalls of a huge adjustment, especially for someone who's coming into such a busy and bustling environment, coming from home where everything's chilled, everything's accessible, and you don't really have to try at anything. You just do stuff and, it's just excellent, or you just be yourself and you excel. Like, the best thing or the survival tool that I could give you is that whatever blow comes your way, recover and recover fast. Like, firstly, the downfalls of first years. One, they're not active. You get to varsity and they're like, yo, they said varsity is harsh, so I'm going to get there, study, lock myself in my room, not talk to people, not have friends. One, friends, okay, they're not always your worst enemy, especially friends that are in class, because one, they'll have resources. So if you say nothing to no one, you'll never know stuff. So if there's a resource that's being shared in groups and you're not talking to anyone, you're not going to find out. Secondly, first years are not really active. So you find that they don't participate in sports or aerobics. Yo, guys, if you're going to survive first year, especially at events, you better be active. Because for one, you need to be moving about all the time. So your body needs to be alert and awake all the time. You'll be having classes from 8 and have labs in the afternoon all the way until 5. So you need to be alert throughout the whole day. You can't be sluggish and tired. So your activity levels need to be proper. Thirdly, eating healthy. I can't stress this enough. Not only for people who are trying to lose weight or whatever, it has nothing to do with that. You need to eat healthy. to be able to have a proper memory and improve your overall health. Because if you're feeling sick and you're feeling tired, then you start missing out on lectures, and when you miss out on lectures, you get discouraged because, for one, catching up is really hard. Like, you miss one lecture, it feels like you've been away for a whole week, and you're just like, wow, guys, good late out here. Good late ngaphandle. So best thing, eat healthy also. And you also need to manage your time and do something that really makes you happy, because there's times where you're just like, gosh, why am I doing this degree? Why did I choose engineering? And you need something to help you kind of refocus and come back. So if you like, say, sports, go play, join a sports team. If you like debating, go and join debating. If you like singing like me, go and sing your lungs out. Do something that de-stresses you, so that when you get back to the books, you're ready to attack. And also, another thing, you find that people who used to be really brilliant come into the university space, and you're just bombarded with the fact that, yay, you're not alone, you're not the star here, type of thing. So if you miss out on asking a question in class, there's plenty other of stars in the class who are going to go and ask the question, or everyone just gathers around the lecture and you don't get a chance. If you delay anything too late, it's over, baba. Best believe you're repeating that course. So best thing, just if you don't understand something, go and ask the lecturer. If you're missing out on something, consult now. Don't delay anything that you could do today and try and push it on to tomorrow, because tomorrow has its own troubles. Who knows, you'll probably be misunderstanding 5 other concepts tomorrow. So leave that for then. Today, deal with the one that you're missing. It's lit, guys. It's lit. Tune in next week and let's hear about